Johnson here. So happy Wednesday, the 20th of 2024. So we're over here now, and we just missed the community affairs officer, the typical the regular community affairs officer. Basically, that guy, he the ones that him and the bald guy and the tall guy and the other African American fella, they're the ones that do the city hall security. Not security, but they do the make sure that everybody's safe and shit like that. Cool people to me. I respect them because they make sure everybody's safe and they just do their job. When we get to know those community affairs officers, they just do their job. They get a lot of orders from the top, like make sure like nobody do it crazy. But I'm in my press capacity right now is 9 o'clock on the dot. So it's 9 o'clock on the dot. At around about I think now there should be a rally with the vaccine folks. I said the V word, so they might flag my account. I don't know, but there's going to be a rally at not supposed to be a rally at 9 o'clock with Teachers for Choice. People complaining about a lawyer that is supposed to be renominated back to be appointed for another term as a corporation counsel for the mayor's office, some shit like that. But when it comes to that, you have to go through advice and consent. Basically, you have to go through a hearing, get questioned. What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about that? Like interrogation at a committee hearing, and then they vote later on in the month, or probably tomorrow or next month on the 5th, should that person get the job. That all goes to the council. So it's 9:04 right now. I just got here, and just walking through City Hall. Trying to see where everybody know where people at. It's just really weird. Where is everybody at? Really weird. So it's two hearings today. One hearing is held by the Contracts Committee and Contracts and Sanitation by a joint committee hearing about the sanitation bins. And then the same time, there's going to be the hearing at 10 o'clock, in the committee room, the chambers, about the so-called hire. So right now, Teachers of Choice, they are the organization that's headed by Robert Kennedy, who gets funded by Transportation Alternatives. Mark Gordon. They are against this hire. I don't know why, really, but to keep it 100%, whatever the mayor recommends is going to go through. And the truth of the matter of fact is that the city council will never listen to those people. They don't. You have a choice here, but they don't. Like the city council will never listen to them because they see them as fringe. They see them as really fringe. The only people the city council listens to are your progressive organizations like Make the Road New York and Working Families Party and any organization that's affiliated to Rebney, like Transportation Alternatives and Open Plans, New York for All, and all them organizations. Let's keep that 100%. But I'm surprised. Like I said, they don't listen to those organizations. They don't listen to those people. They only listen to them. It's just what it is. But this is really weird. Like, where's everybody at? Really weird. But like I said, I know how this shit goes, and I want to talk this from last night. Let me put this thing on. I want to talk this from last night, right? But last night, let me explain what happened last night, right? Last night, I got kicked out of the 127 Penn location, the community affairs office, what do we call it? Because I heckled and disrupted the city yes town hall that nurse and Banks at. Like I said, sometimes people might not like how things get approached how I do, but sometimes you gotta do it because these are the only way people gonna listen, and these people gonna think. They're gonna think before making certain decisions. Like I said, the city yes is really serious because with the city yes shit, if it goes through, it's gonna hurt a lot of people. It's gonna hurt a lot of people, and the people that's gonna get hurt the most are the people that can't afford to live in those developments. So let's keep that 100%. So you gotta understand that there's certain people that is pushing for the city yes that will never be affected by the city yes, because the same people that pushing for the city yes are the same ones that make sure like, well, oh yeah, we all know that if this go through, this gonna be upzoned. I'm in this zoning, so I make sure this doesn't get affected. I don't get affected. So it's like, especially the co-ops and the co-ops and the townhomes, they will never be affected by the city yes. People gotta start asking like, why that the same people that pushing for the city yes all live in $1 million townhouses and brownstones, which will not be affected by the city yes, like Rachel Fee and all those characters. Why? But like I said, at the end of the day, these people gotta make, like, when it comes to the 5th, tomorrow's gonna go through. Tomorrow, the city yes with the committee here is gonna go through, because like I said before yesterday in my live, Kevin Riley is nothing but a real estate cuck. He's a real estate cuck. And Kevin Riley is the type of guy that when it comes to member deference, he don't care about member deference. He don't give a shit about member deference. And member deference means if a member of the city council is against a development in their district, it's going to be voted. It's not going to go through in the city council. Or if they're for it, it's going to go through. So if they for it or they against it, it's going to go through. But the way this chair of the zoning committee, and it all stems with the chair of the zoning committee, not the land use committee chair, because the land use committee chair, he oversees the zoning, and he oversees the restaurant sheds, like Salamanca. I like Salamanca. Salamanca's not a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy like people think he is. People say he is. I don't think he's a bad guy. I like the guy. But Salamanca has a lot on his plate. But as the zoning chair, the zoning chair of the subcommittee to land use, which is Kevin Riley, he has his own head. He has his own brain. He has his own thing, going on. And if you understand about Kevin C. Riley, the only reason he's in the city council is because of a special election. What happened with the special election was Andy King, who got expelled from the city council, Andy King went against the developers. Andy King was against the developers because the developers wanted certain zoning changes in his district. And he said no. And you know what happened was the developers, they told the city council, like, look, if you want to keep on getting money from us, and especially with Corey Johnson, who was run for mayor, and Ruben Diaz, Corey Johnson run for mayor, and like Mark Revere run for behind borough president, and all these other people that was running for higher seats, like Steve Mateo, who run for stand behind borough president. You want that? You want our money? You want our support? Get rid of Andy King. So they got rid of Andy King. So when Andy King got kicked out, they had to get someone for the special election, and they got Kevin Riley. And Kevin Riley used to work for the Speaker's office. That time it was Corey Johnson. So people got to understand that, look, Kevin Riley is brought into the city council by developers. And he does the work for the developers. And the developers want a certain zoning change, he's going to give it to them. He could care less about member deference. Even he said, like, look, even in like that time with the Bruckner upzoning and with Marjorie Velasquez, and you feel bad for Marjorie because Marjorie, to be honest, she did a great job as a council member, but she fucked up with the Bruckner upzoning. She fucked up when she switched sides with Bruckner. And what happened with that was, look, she voted for Bruckner upzoning the last second. She voted for it, and the people got pissed off, and everybody ran against her, and she became a vulnerable incumbent, and she lost at the general election. But Kevin Riley is to blame for that. He's one of the biggest blame for that, because instead of him saying like, look, if she's against this rezoning, she should have he should have said, all right, fuck it, we can't give it to them. But Kevin didn't give a fuck. He's like, look, I don't care if she's against it. I'm gonna go through. It's gonna go through anyway, and that's how Kevin is. Kevin's the type of guy that if you're a council member and there's a certain development that people don't want, he's gonna push it through anyway. But this was about to say yes tomorrow with the committee decision. It's gonna go through. It's gonna go through. You have Shauna Abreu. You have Lynn Shulman. Lynn Shulman is nothing but a hack. Lynn Shulman is nothing but a fucking Queens County hack. You have Lynn Shulman. You have Shauna Abreu. You have Kevin Riley. You have and then you have Shauna Abreu. And I mean you have Yusuf Salam. It's gonna go through tomorrow. Everybody knows it's gonna go through. It's bullshit. Yesterday, the 18th rally was nothing but a photo op. That's what it was. All was a photo op. All nothing but a photo op, and that's what it was. It was nothing but a photo op. So that's all it was. I'm trying to see where's everybody at. This is weird. That's all it was, a photo op. Because they know it's gonna go through. They had the city council under their thumb, and people got to stand that yesterday. Like people might like, you should, like, hey, look. Sometimes you gotta do things out of the box to get the point across. It happens. Like I said, unlike Sandy yesterday, I got kicked out by the cops. But unlike Sandy Nurse, I back the blue. I don't hate the cops. I don't hate the cops while at the same time that go behind people's back and weaponize cops to remove people they don't approve of, or work with the DAs to try to bury people that they want to get buried. And people got to stand about how this criminal justice system is really disgusting, guys. Like really fucked up of how it goes down behind the scenes, where these same elected officials that be on the behind the bully pulpit outside on the steps anywhere in the city saying that, we need compassion, we need care and compassion to people that commit crimes against people, and we need to give them second chances and all this alternative sense and bullshit. But these are the same ones, and I challenge anybody just to say, look, if you are an enemy of these politicians, or they see you as the enemy, or they don't like you, and you ever get arrested because something around do with them, like hypothetically Alexa Velez or like Catalina Cruz, any of these fucking people, watch how quick behind the scenes that they'll get their people to court a district attorney and say, look, you need to get this guy jail time. Put this motherfucker in jail. These are the same ones that'll be like, care and compassion, alternative sentencing, carrying out cops and all this bullshit. But these are the same politicians that'll be, like I said, they'll go behind the scenes, behind your back, behind the back, and call the DA, say, yo, put that motherfucker in jail because I don't like that guy. Can you put that motherfucker in jail? Can you put this person in jail because I don't like him? So you gotta understand this stuff, guys. Like, it's just crazy shit. It's like I said, they supposed to be a rally today at 9:00. It's 9:16 right now, but unless they delayed it or they canceled it, I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, it just like I said, guys. Like last night had to happen. Like I said, I'm not a bad person, but sometimes you got to do things to get these people to think before they make certain decisions, because they know what they're gonna be doing. They know they're gonna be doing. It just like they know what they're doing. So 9:16. But like I said, the city yes is nothing but a scam, bro. It's like it's nothing bullshit. Like all it is to benefit developers. That's all about benefiting developers, and that's it. Benefit developers. That's all. Other than that, it's not benefiting nobody. So it's not benefiting the communities. Majority of these community boards oppose the city yes, but these members don't give a shit. And I got the video. I found the video of the live stream of the meeting, and then how the council member was talking shit about me, which certain shit was like, which completely not true. She tried to fucking generalize shit that I did to Lygia and make it like I do it to everybody. I go to like, she started saying like I go to every rally. I go to every rally and harass women. I go to every rally and chase women and shit like that, which is completely not true. And she thought that the reason she said it because she thought like, well, I could say this and nobody's recording it. Because if I was there, or even if I didn't crash it, it was a difference. If it was a difference that crashed it, she would never say shit like that because my people watch my stuff. But she thought that like she probably knew who was there. I think she knew that the people that was there don't have the same reach and the same reach that I have. And the reach I'm talking about, that's why a lot of people don't like what I do, because the reach that I have, guys, is really serious, because the reach that I have is the mayor's office, the borough president's offices, the DA's offices, the NYPD. I have a lot of crazy reach. And I'm not trying to say it's powerful reach, but a lot of people, the right people watch my stuff. The right people watch my shit. And that will get these politics, that will get the elected officials scared, because the right people watch my shit, and it gets them to think. And it gets them to think twice before they do certain shit, because I'm around. And they don't like that stuff. If I was just a regular person that was just doing like just doing content to track like the people that watch porn and like waifu and like hentai and like video games and entertainment and music and like the streamer type shit, like the Kai Cenat or like the all those characters, then these guys will be scared because they know I have no real reach. But when it comes to if I can reach the politicians and shit like that, then they get scared. Then they get scared. So it's just that's why they get upset, because my reach is crazy. And I'm not trying to brag about the reach, but it's just the truth. I don't like to brag about the truth, but it's the truth. They don't like that shit. It got them to think. Like I said, I'm not like really fucking bragging about last night, but it got them to think. Sometimes you gotta make them think about doing things before they make certain decisions, because they know who they're working for. They know who they're captive to, and those people they listen to, mainly the Rebnies, the Trans, the Open Plans, the Rise Alliances, the New Economy Projects, the East New York CLTs, and people got to understand that. Look, the reason people are like, well, Chris, why the hell you got a Sandy? Why you got a Sandy? Why you got a Sandy like that? Yo, what the hell? Because look, the reason I got a Sandy last night, because look, she's captured all the organizations, and people got to say like, what's happened with the CLT situation? Look, when it comes to CLTs, community land trust, right? And I'll make this right now. Community land trusts are nothing but a fucking scam that was coined by Sandy Nurse when she was under the Mayday space. That was the biggest champion of community land trust, was Sandy Nurse. But what happened with that was she was championing it, and then Brad Lander found out about it, and then he used it to his own gain. Now with community land trust, and the reason this matters to see, yes, because when it comes to community land trust, is that what community land trusts do is they could basically selling property and giving it to nonprofits. That's what community land trust means. It's a way of saying, like, they want eminent domain without saying it out loud, saying like, look, we want certain properties for our support, our donors, our biggest advocates, our biggest supporters live in certain units, certain locations where, and they don't like paying rent. They can't afford. They get kicked out, and they don't like daily living conditions. So we can't do eminent domain, but we call it a community land trust, and that's basically what it is. Community land trust is basically eminent domain. That's all it is. It's nothing but eminent domain, and that's what it is. And people that start calling that shit out, it's nothing but eminent domain. And eminent domain The reason they put eminent domain is where they could seize property that they don't want. They want the government can easily seize property and give it and give it to and give to people they want to give it to. That's eminent domain. But that's what community land trust is basically, is eminent domain. And if anybody that pushes eminent domain, you gotta start fucking checking their asses too, because that's not right. How will you feel if you get into the real estate market and you buy a building and you got a certain property in your district, and because you don't kiss some nonprofit ass, or you don't kiss some lobbyist ass, or you don't kiss some politician's ass by letting them use your space for free, or there's a certain space that they want and they want to pay $1 a month or $1 a year or 25 cents a year, and you say no, how will you feel if those same people come out the next day saying like, oh, your building is this, your building is that, da 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 da, with all the politicians and all the media, and then they say we want your property. They'll probably get your property. That's what community land trust is. And you understand that there's a lot of dirty shit that go behind this community land trust bullshit. And majority of the time it's all politics. Majority of the time it's all about extortion and politics and like, oh, if you don't do this for us, we're gonna fuck you. We're gonna try to take away your property. And that's all it is. And it's like when it comes to eminent domain, and there's one people I'm gonna call out right now is Dio Chino. He was pushing for eminent domain to put his own apartment, which I think is kind of stupid. Look, Dio pays $200 a month, and you have. And Dio Chino, and I think a lot of people very soon will call that guy out and say, look, bro, you paying the best rates in an area where you be really paying like $5,000 a month. Why are you complaining? And the stuff that he pushes, like, oh, we need eminent domain for this thing, like, it's bullshit. And like I said, anytime somebody push for eminent domain, you gotta start calling them full of shit, because that's fucking wrong. Like I said, eminent domain is bullshit, bro. But that's what City Yes is gonna do, because City Yes is, like I said, they want certain property, you're gonna be able to take it. There's a lot of things behind that City Yes shit. It's just like City Yes crap. People don't understand. And that's why I call it out, because in the way I called it out last night, it had to happen. Because they know what the hell they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's all about the money. It's all about the profits. And that's it. So that's all it's about. It's all about the money. But people got to understand, like, look, like I said, these politicians know what they're doing with eminent domain. Like, they know what they're doing. They want certain property, they're going to get it. And what they do is they say, oh, this landlord is this landlord. That's sometimes not even that the case. Sometimes it can be the tenant that's a full of shit. The tenants that's a full of shit. But that's what they be doing, is like, oh, we want this, we want that for eminent domain. It's like, yo, man. But the city is going to do a lot of things. It's going to do a lot of things that's going to hurt the poor. And I care about the poor. Because that's me. But yeah, the other day, like, where's everybody at? I don't see anybody. I see a few of them here, but it's 10 o'clock, right? Or it's 9 o'clock, right?
Right
supposed
now?
to, you're not supposed
time?
before the rally, supposed to be 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, but I think it's at 10.
At 10, all right, cool. All right, cool. No problem. So they supposed to put it at 10 o'clock. All right, nope. So, yeah, they supposed to put it at 10 o'clock. I think they delayed it. But, because at the end of the day, they really did a rally at 10 because, like, let's keep it real, right? When it comes to these hearings, it depends on the situation and where the situation and depends on the person or whatever the hell. Those hearings could take 30 minutes. They could take 2-3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. I think the longest they question about 10 hours, like 8 hours to Randy Mastro. They did that on purpose because what happened, and I'm explaining what happened to Randy Mastro, right? And it was sad, but he dodged a bullet because Eric's in trouble with his thing with Turkey. So what happened with Randy Mastro was the mayor. nominated him to be his chief general counsel in the mayor's office. So basically, he'll be the mayor's lawyer. And what happened was, and this is what happened with, and it's sad what happened to Randy Mastro, was because Randy got fucked by the city council. That was all done by city council, and I think they told him like to drop out, like Fabian Levy, and the mayor's like, yo, drop out because you're not gonna go through, it's embarrassing. So what happened was they did Randy Mastro dirty, they did him real dirty. So what happened was the city council didn't like Randy because a lot of reasons, but main one was that he sued, in 2021, he sued the hotel on the west side, the Lucine Hotel on the west side, because of the homeless situation. Because during the pandemic, they had to use these hotels for shelters because of the pandemic. Because you could put everybody in one shelter, you have to have a separate shelter. So what happened with the shelters? They put these guys in the shelter, and the quality of life over there went to shit. And then what happened was Randy Mastro lived on the west side. He lived on the west side, and he sued. So when he sued, Local New York had the gall to go to his house and deface his house. Local New York did that. Local New York went to his house and to put flyers and paint and all that shit like that to his house. And so they didn't want that. They didn't want him there. So what they did was really wrong, was really foul. That there was a lot of people it was like over 100 people that was ready to testify in favor of Randy Mastro. Like 100 people that was there that day, that were ready to testify on behalf of Randy. It was more people that were ready to testify for Randy versus people that was against Randy. So what happened, the city council found out about this, and what they did was really wrong. Amanda Frias knew she was wrong for it, but she didn't care. But she don't give a fuck. She'd run for speaker. And a lot of people kiss her ass because she's a fucking Latina. And I like her, but this is what it is. A lot of people kiss her ass. So what happened to Randy was they filibustered the whole meeting. They filibustered it. And filibuster means that they purposely stonewall and delay the hearings. They delayed the hearing, delayed the hearings to where they prolonged the hearing to where it's like it was basically bullshit questions and answers, pointless questions, like stupid ass questions, like they was asking things to make sure like the drown out, to move away the supporters, right? So we was there for about 10, 12 hours, let's say about 7, 8, 9 hours at a bullshit hearing, at a bullshit Q&A. They would ask some petty shit like, oh, remember when you sued the city for $375? Like, why you did that? There was a lot of bullshit they was talking about. So it was dirty, guys, like real fucked up. But I gotta save my battery, so I'm about to go inside. So take care, guys, later.